game and I'm still the same and I never change just to get a deal, but I'm ballin', ballin'. I came from nothing to something like it's nothing, yeah, you know I done it, that is no discussion, bitch.
Hey, what's up guys, Hunter the Blazing here, and as you can tell by the title in the video today guys, I'm going to be coming at you guys with the top 10 best value cards in NBA 2k19 MyTEAM. Now originally, I was supposed to upload a God Squad video later today as well, but unfortunately I will not have time to edit that one as well because I have to go out later, some plans that I can't avoid. So I will try to get you guys with a God Squad video tomorrow because I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to seeing my God Squad, and I've also made some insane upgrades, so I'm looking forward to showing you as well. But hey, today at least I'm getting you guys with a video, and that's going to be these top 10 best value cards. Now before we do dive into this video guys, I would really appreciate it if we could aim for 800 likes on this video. You guys have been absolutely on it with the likes recently, and I seriously appreciate it a ton. The support from you guys is just amazing. Now getting back to the top 10 best value cards in my team guys, this is obviously more targeted towards the more budget players because people with a ton of MT, they don't care about the best value card. They're gonna buy the most hype beastie card, they're gonna buy whatever they want just to make that lineup look swaggy. But for those of you that are a little bit more limited on MT and would like to get the most out of what you're spending with your MT, well, welcome to the Blasian equation. That is right guys, we're calling it the Blasian equation. MT times, yeah, never mind, I just made that up. But yeah, on a serious note guys, yes, I am going to be coming at you guys with the top 10 best value cards. I don't have a crazy Blasian equation yet, I just made that up, but you know what, it sounds great, so I'm going to make something out of it. So without further ado guys, let's dive into number 1. Alright, so guys, starting at the number 1 position, and keep in mind when I number them 1 through 10 guys, I am not ranking one card better than the other. I think they are all a top 10 value. However you guys choose to rank them yourselves 1 through 10 is up to you, but this is not in any specific order. But as you guys can see though, at the number 1 position, we've got this Pink Diamond 97. That is right, you're hearing this right guys, a 97 overall Pink Diamond Greg Oden that is only going for 54k MT, and usually cards don't go for that cheap unless there's some kind of bump. But this Greg Oden is literally the perfect center. He's better than the player of the month reward Hakeem Olajuwon by a mile. I just don't get how this card is only going for 55k MT. He's got an amazing offensive and defensive overall, 7 feet tall, 273 pounds. His offensive stats are off the charts. He's got the driving layup, he's got the post game, he's got the mid-range, he's even got the three-pointer, he's got a free throw. There is no flaw to this card on the offensive end, and there's no flaw to him on the defensive end either. He's not slow, so the athleticism is perfect. Like, this card all around is just an absolute god. I just don't see how people are really valuing this card for this low unless he was just pulled that much. Look at his defense, man, it's absolutely insane. This card can match up to cards like Galaxy Opal, Wilt, Pink Diamond, and Shaq. He can hold all of them, and that's just not because of his stats. Take a look at this guys. What 55k MT card do you see that has 10 Hall of Fame badges? Greg Oden, that's who. Look at this man, brick wall, bruiser, rim protector, hustle rebounder, up and under specialist, drop stepper, post spin, relentless, posterizer, and lob city finisher. That is an insane arsenal of Hall of Fame badges. What I like about that is that those are offensive and defensive one as well as some passive ones such as hustle rebounder and stuff like that. Like, this card is literally the perfect center, and you're most likely going to be running into him everywhere because there's just no way you don't pick this card up for the MT that he's going for. Whatever center you have, whether it's Diamond, Karl Anthony Towns, or whatever, get rid of it and go pick this card up. And if you're not convinced yet, go ahead and check out my gameplay where I actually versed Galaxy Opal Giannis and Galaxy Opal Wilt in the same lineup, and he still managed to hoop his heart out. And that is why Greg Oden is on this top 10 list. Alright, so guys, jumping into the number 2 position, you can see is the man, the myth, the legend, Ruby Throwback Elite Mo Bamba. And what's crazy is that he's an actual Throwback Elite card because he just came into the league this year, so it actually makes no sense, but that is what it is. I'm yet to do a gameplay on this card. A lot of you have been requesting it. If you guys still want me to do a gameplay on this card, I will. But this Mo Bamba, guys, is another card that is one of the best value cards in the game. Another card that dropped alongside Pink Diamond Greg Oden, and this card is just insane. It really doesn't make any sense. He's a Ruby, but there's just no way he's a Ruby. 90 offensive overall, 94 defensive overall, 7 feet tall, 221 pounds, and this is where things start to get a little crazy. Sure, he's got a pretty subpar average driving layup. His post game looks all right. Draw foul of an 85 is cool, but this card's got an 87 open mid-range and an 87 open 3. He's got a hittable free throw. He's able to dunk when he needs to. His passing is all right, but look at that defense, man. 96 block and shot contest, contest. His rebounding is out of this world, and I'm not sure if you guys have seen the player model for Mo Bamba, but that dude's arms literally go down to his knees, man. This guy can slap you if you're standing under the rim from half court. That is how long his arms are, man. It's actually just insane. His speed is not bad at all. This is probably the hands down best budget center in the game right now. He's got great vertical. Sure, his strength isn't the craziest and he might not weigh the most, but a lot of people don't even really have the post game in the game. He's got great hustle. His defense is honestly not that bad. His pass perception needs a bit of work, but overall for a Ruby card, it just does not make any sense. Oh my goodness, my phone's gotta stop dinging. Let me turn that off. But it just does not make any sense how this card is only a Ruby card with the stats he has. He's also got an amazing jumper for those of you that are wondering for his release, and sure, he doesn't have any Hall of Fame badges, but he really doesn't need them. You really just have to try this card out. It's kind of like when you think about Kristaps Porzingis. Sure, all you see with his stats is the fact that he can shoot, but he just does so much more, and that's the same when you apply it to this Mo Bamba card. He just does so much more, and that is why this card is also on the top 10 best value list. Alright, so guys, jumping into the number 3 position, we've got a card that a lot of people sleep on just because his Pink Diamond was so hyped, and that is his Diamond 95 overall Vince Carter. This card, honestly, in itself was already a low-key Pink Diamond, but it's just that the Pink Diamond Vince Carter looked that much better, and that's why people just didn't acknowledge this card. When you look at this card and you don't see that he's a diamond off the bat and you look at the stats, there's no way you don't say, look at this card and say he's not a Pink Diamond. 95 driving layup, he's got a bit of the post fadeaway, he's got a great draw foul, 91 open mid-range, 90 open 3, and may I also add, his release is absolute fire. He's got the free throw, the dunking is obviously there. Look at the ball control, he can play point guard. His defense is actually pretty good, 85 shot contest, 75 steals, definitely usable. He's fast as hell, great vertical as well, and his defense is not even bad. A lot of it is more in the mid to high 80s, but it is not bad at all. You would not look at this card and say it's just a diamond card, man. And then when you go ahead and look at the badges as well, 3 Hall of Fame badges, one of them of which is my favorite, Hall of Fame tireless scorer, which juices the hell out of his Hall of Fame posterizer. And one thing I actually want to mention about this Diamond Vince Carter is he dunks more than the Pink Diamond and the limited Vince Carter, and I've used all 3 a lot of times, and I can say that this one dunks the most, and I honestly don't know how to explain why, because they have the same player model, because the only one that has the bearded version of Vince Carter is that Ruby Magic one, but other than that, they all have the same weird Caillou looking player model, and this one just dunks the most. I don't know how to explain why, but he just does. Like, this card just plays so well. If you haven't picked this card up for a card that's going for 26k once again and can do all the things he can do, it just doesn't make any sense, man. You add the right gold badges on this card and you can really be elite if you're trying to go 12-0 for MyTEAM Unlimited. And speaking of MyTEAM Unlimited, guys, just want to remind you guys that we are going to be getting a new card tomorrow, so make sure to try to go on 11-0 tonight just to get that out of the way, so you can only play one game, win that game, and get your new card tomorrow. But yes, guys, this Vince Carter, an absolute beast. When you look at the stats, the badges, the animations, there's just no reason he shouldn't be on this top 10 best value list, and that's why he's on here. Now, diving into the number 4 position, we got a card that a lot of people already have, but it's just a card that you gotta mention because, again, it just doesn't make any sense, and that is a 98. That is right, one off a Galaxy Opal, a 98 overall throwback elite Pink Diamond CLYDE DREXLER, who is currently only going for 80k. And does that make sense? No, it really doesn't, man. 99 offensive and defensive overall. He's a card I've talked about previously in top 10s. He is just such an elite card, and also, oh yeah, 10 Hall of Fame badges, all of which should not be ignored at any point in time, man. Every single one of these Hall of Fame badges is usable. The ones that's probably least usable is maybe Lob City Finisher, but you can't look at these badges and be like, I'm not going to use any other single one. Like, this CLYDE DREXLER, an absolute god. He's got the driving layup, he's got the fadeaway, he's got the mid-range, he's got the 3, he's got the free throw, he's got the dunking. So just right there, you can see no weakness on offense. And on the defensive end, man, he's 6'7" and he's a shooting guard. A lot of people want to run him at point guard, a 6'7" point guard. This is basically Penny Hardaway on freaking steroids, man. He's got the speed boosting, he's got the passing. His defense is out of this world. 98 shot contest, 98 or 95 shot contest in steal, and he always gets the perfect steal animations. Not to mention that he has an 80 block. He's got some subpar rebounding. He is fast as hell, man. 94 speed with ball, 97 speed and acceleration. Like, top to bottom, it really doesn't make any logical sense how this this card is going for a buy now, yet a Pink Diamond Dominique Wilkins, who is basically the same card with the same animations, is going for 200 plus K. That is just people more paying for a name than the actual card. This CLYDE DREXLER is one of the biggest must cops in the game. Him and Greg Oden, it's just insane how people are really valuing this card at this low. 10 Hall of Fame badges with offensive and defensive stats like this, it really doesn't make any sense. And with the stats that he has, with a quick easy jumper that he has, with the beautiful dunking animations that he has, that is why this card is also on the top 10 best value list. Alright, so up next on this top 10 list, guys, is going to be this Amethyst 92 overall Eddie Jones. And I think this one's actually a snipe for 16K because it just popped up. But this Eddie Jones is another card that really shouldn't be messed with. A card that is really elite and very reliable every year. Got one of the best releases. This card's got 99 overall defense and is only an Amethyst card. A 6'6 shooting guard, so he is a great height. On the offensive end, he's only rated a 91 overall, but he can really do it all on the offensive end. He's got an 87 driving layup, which is definitely usable. 79 post fadeaway, definitely usable. Also, you just add a shoe to that and it's really can be elite. 79 draw foul, sure it's only a 79, but the draw foul really doesn't make sense in this game. I really don't understand how the draw foul attribute works, because I've seen people with a 30 draw foul shoot 15 free throws in a game. So this card's also got the mid-range. He's really got that three-pointer, 95 open three, man. And his release, let me tell you guys, it is butter. And he's got an 88 free throw, he's got an 89 driving dunk and 85 contact dunk. A lot of people here like to bring up the fact that Diamond Joe Harris can be the same card except with better Hall of Fame badges, but I would actually take Eddie Jones. And why would I take Eddie Jones even though Joe Harris has the Hall of Fame Limitless and stuff? Not only does Eddie Jones have the offense, and you really are fine with a gold Limitless, you'll see his Hall of Fame badges later, but this card is able to speed boost very well, and he has defense, something that the Diamond Joe Harris lacks a ton of. This Eddie Jones has, man. 96 steal, 84 shotness, which isn't too bad at all. This card is faster, lateral quickness of a 95, and just take a look at those defensive stats, man. What do you see that's not in the 90s besides his low post defense, man? Like, this card top to bottom is really a hidden diamond. What's crazy about this Eddie Jones, man, is this is not going to be the best version we're getting of him. This is only his Miami Heat version. His Laker version is what we always look forward to every year. But until then, man, you guys can go ahead and pick this card up, and he can really just match up with anyone, man. This card, he's absolutely insane. And yes, he also comes with Hall of Fame badges, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, which in my opinion is better than Hall of Fame Limitless, because if you catch it from a deep part of the court, if you already have gold Limitless, that Hall of Fame catch and shoot honestly boosts it a ton. And who doesn't love Hall of Fame pickpocket when a card with a 95 or 96 steal we just saw has it? Like, it's just absolutely insane. Eddie Jones, an amazing two-way player, and that is why I would take this card over cards like Joe Harris, over cards like JJ Redick, because sure, those cards have limitless range, but once you stop that card on the offensive end, what can they do? Nothing else. Their liability on defense and stuff like that. This Eddie Jones can be a threat on both ends, and this Eddie Jones can actually dunk, where Joe Harris and JJ Redick, they're not really catching any bodies for the price that they're going for, and that's why Eddie Jones is on this top 10 list. Now, up next on this list, guys, is a card we're all already very familiar with, but a card that just does not get enough credit, man, and that's this Diamond 95 overall Kawhi Leonard. This is a card I'm surprised I don't see on more people's lineups. He's just an absolute gem, man. A lot of people like Diamond Paul George and stuff like that, but I would easily take this Diamond Kawhi Leonard over that Diamond Paul George, and Paul George is one of my favorite players in the game, man. 93 offensive overall, 99 defensive overall on this Kawhi, man. You look at these stats, and they just don't make sense how this card is not at the minimum of Pink Diamond. You got the driving layup, you got the fadeaway, you got amazing open midi and off the dribbles all at 92, an 87 open three as well. And let me tell you guys, he has one of the most consistent and easy jumpers in the game. He's also got the free throw, he's got amazing driving and contact dunk animations. It's insane. He's got the ability to speed boost, so yes, he can indeed play point guard for you guys. His defense, come on, man, it's Kawhi Leonard. You know his defense is going to be elite. With this shoe here, it looks like it's boosted to an 85, but it's usually an 80 block, 96 shot test, 95 steal. He's fast as hell. Usually Kawhi Leonard cards are usually not the fastest, but they made this card actually really fast. And on the defensive end, I don't really need to say anything. You guys can see it for yourselves. It's Kawhi Leonard. And just when you think it stops at that, again, this is a card that's got the perfect Hall of Fame badges. Defensive stopper, pickpocket, mid-range Deadeye is not one I really care for, but that defensive stopper pickpocket combo makes him one of the most annoying cards to try to score on, because not only are you nullifying nullifying people's badges, but you can easily just strip the ball away from people. So that's why this Kawhi Leonard again continues to be slept on, man, because I don't see him being talked about enough. He's just such an elite card in this game that can literally guard any card in the game this year, except for maybe Pink Diamond Giannis, or not Pink Diamond Giannis, but Galaxy Opal Giannis. That's probably the one card that this Kawhi Leonard might have a hard time trying to guard. But other than that, man, this card can really just defend it all, and he can score on them all, and that's why again he's on this top 10 list. Alright, so guys, up next on this list is another card everyone should be pretty familiar with at this point, and that is this 89 overall Ruby Thurl Bailey. And as you can see, he's actually going for just over 6k now, and there's a reason he's going for over 6k. This card, very similar to Kristaps Porzingis in the sense where he's just stupid annoying. No, he's not 7'3", but he is still 6'11" at the power forward position, and can honestly be low-key ran at the 2 or the 3 position. I've ran into him at the 2 position, guys, and trust me, it's pretty annoying, man. 93 offensive overall, 88 defensive overall, and this card's stats, again, another card that just doesn't make sense for the MT he's going for, man. He's got the driving layup, he's got a little bit of his post game, his mid-range is a 90, his three-pointer, oh yeah, is a 90, he's got the free throw, he's got the dunking as well, he's even got 76 ball control for a 6'11" power forward. You give this man a shoe, and in takeover he is actually able to speed boost. It does not make any sense, man. His defense is actually not too bad at all. Decent block at an 80. As long as it's 80 plus, it's really just usable. Good shot contest, and he's even able to steal the ball with an 82 steal as well. Now the rebounding, that's what's more sus about this card, but again, he's 6'11", he's gonna be grabbing boards regardless. Like Yao Ming could be 7'6" with 40 rebounding, but you know when he puts his hand up, he's already grabbing that rebound. That's just one of those cards. Now one thing about this card as well is that he's fast for a 6'11" card, and he's got 88 lateral quickness. That is what gives this card the ability to run at the 2 or the 3, because not only can he just score on people at the 2 or the 3 because he's most likely taller than them and just shoots over them, but he's also able to guard them with 88 lateral quickness. On top of him being that tall with his defense attributes, he's actually able to guard people. And his defensive stats, sure, they look a little bit sus, but it's really not that hard to use them when you're on ball. And this Thurl Bailey, man, he is really one of the most annoying cards to go up against, and this is coming from someone who's got a god squad. You guys have seen my lineup, it's pretty elite, yet guarding this Thurl Bailey can sometimes be really annoying when ran out of position. Him at the power forward is really just not bad. He's really just like a cheaper, better version, or a better budget version of a card like a Kevin Love or a Christian Laettner. So if you really don't want to spend money on a card like that, then you really want to go ahead and pick up this Thurl Bailey, man. No, he does not have any Hall of Fame badges, but again, neither does a card like Kristaps Porzingis or Danny Granger, and let me tell you, those cards are elite, and that's why this card's on the top 10 best value list. Alright, so up next on this list, guys, is this 92 overall Amethyst Throwback Elite Reggie THEUS. And yes, guys, you saw right. He's only going for 1300 MT, and this card has already been up for 15 minutes, man. It really doesn't make sense. I still remember last year in 2k18 when the Ruby Reggie THEUS was literally going for 100 to almost 300k at one point. It just didn't make any sense, and now this guy comes out and he's not even worth more than freaking Thurl Bailey. But this card, another card that's just stupidly slept on. Again, it really just doesn't make sense how a card can be this cheap with the type of stats he has. He's a 6'7" point guard, so he's going to be a more budget version of a Penny Hardaway. He has a better release than Penny Hardaway. For those of you that like Penny for his height but not so much his release, go ahead and pick this card up and he'll do just as much for you, man. 95 offensive overall, 91 defensive overall, and his stats are just amazing. He's got a driving layup, he's got a post fadeaway at the point guard position, which is just amazing. Great draw foul, great mid-range at a 94, a hittable 3 at an 84, great free throw at a 90, driving and contact dunk 75 and 70. That is where I will say Penny Hardaway has the edge. He will definitely dunk more than this Reggie THEUS, but again, if you're just looking to be a hooper, this is the card. Look at his ball control, look at his passing, man. His defense is not too bad at all. 80 shot contest, 74 steals, not too bad. Could be a bit better, but he's fast, man. 92 speed down the line, great vertical, 90 lateral quickness. Like overall, man, this is a card, again, it just does not make any sense how you can value this card at only 1.3k MT. And he's also got 2 Hall of Fame badges, man. Hall of Fame Pick and Roll Maestro and Hall of Fame Relentless Finisher, both of which you will be using a ton when utilizing a card like this on your lineup, man. Reggie THEUS, he's just one of those cards you need to go ahead and pick up ASAP just because of how good of a value is. For you budget players, you are really going to like this card, so make sure to go out there and try him out, and that's why he's on this top 10 best value list. Now moving on to the number 8 position, guys, as you can see in front of you is this Diamond 95 overall throwback elite Gordon Hayward, and he's only going for about 22k. Again, it just doesn't make any sense. All the cards I've shown you right now, guys, they're all going for so cheap where you can assemble a low-key god squad for like 200k MT. But this Gordon Hayward, a card that again is just a must-have on a lineup. If it came down to him or Kawhi Leonard though, I'd take Kawhi Leonard, but Gordon Hayward is easily a close second, man. 98 offensive overall, 91 defensive overall, and what I didn't like about Gordon Hayward cards in previous years is the fact that they didn't have defense, but this one, he can actually clap, man. 6'8", 226 pounds. You can see he's got the driving layup, no post fadeaway at all, but look at that mid-range, and it's not so much just the open, but the off dribble stat as well, man. 95 off dribble mid-range, 93 open 3, 92 off dribble 3. Like, this card, he's just looking amazing. 95 free throw as well, 85 driving and 70 contact dunk, and although that is low, he has got the tendencies, man. Trust me, this card's got some nice dunk animations. He can speed boost with great passing. He can definitely play the point guard position. Look at that, 90 shot contest, 85 steal, low-key rebounding, got some decent speed, great vertical, great lateral quickness at a 94, man, and his defense only looks better. Everything is in the high 80s, if not in the 90s, man. This card just is all around amazing. He's got an easy release for those of you that are wondering, and for those of you that are looking for more of an offensive player out of a card than a defensive player, you could actually take this Gordon Hayward over Kawhi Leonard, just more for the sense that he's got more offensive Hall of Fame badges. As you can see, Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Hall of Fame tireless score, mid-range deadeye, as well as difficult shots. That's why I was talking about that off dribble stat so much. He's got such a beautiful off dribble animation, man. This card, he is just so elite. Again, having that Hall of Fame catch and shoot really means if you pass to him open, he's really just never gonna miss that shot unless you guys are just really bad at timing releases. This card is about as consistent as they come. I also did a gameplay on this card, so if you guys are unsure of picking up this card, make sure to go ahead and check that out, and that should hopefully help you. But as you can see, man, with those badges and with these stats, that is why this card is in the top 10 best value list. And last but not least, guys, we've got this Diamond Penny Hardaway, who is going for only 27k. Again, it just doesn't make sense. We were talking about him earlier in comparison to Reggie THEUS. Yes, Reggie THEUS is a better value card, but Penny Hardaway all around is still the better card. 97 offensive and defensive overall, 6'7", 195 pounds, man. His offensive stats, 96 driving layup. He low-key has the fadeaway. He's got a mid-range at a 95, and his off-dribble stats are nice as well. He's got a beautiful off-dribble animation for those of you that are wondering. 85 open 3 as well. His regular standing shot is a bit slower. I did do a gameplay on this card. Again, if you want to go ahead and check it out, review the card a bit before you decide to make the commitment. He's got an 86 free throw, 86 driving dunk, and 70 contact dunk, and yes, those do look low, but it's Penny Hardaway. That's all I can really say. Penny Hardaway, I guarantee you, will dunk on you if he runs into you, man. Great ball control, great passing, and what I like more about this Penny than Reggie THEUS is the defense, man. 90 shot contest, 93 steal, and he's faster than Reggie as well. 95 down the line on the speed, and look at this defense, man. 93 lateral quickness, and everything else is also in the 90s besides his low post defense. This is where I kind of find where Penny Hardaway, yes, I like to say this, is actually worth the extra 25k more than Reggie. I just find defense so important in the game, in my opinion, and too many players make too many dumb decisions on defense, where Penny is just so elite, always makes the smart decision, and again is super fast. Don't get me wrong, if you get Reggie THEUS over Penny, you're still fine. Reggie THEUS will play great for you, but if you want someone more defensive than offensive, you want Penny Hardaway. He's just the all-around better card. Reggie THEUS is the all-around better value card. If you don't have 20k to blow, get yourself a Reggie THEUS and he will do you just fine still. But this Penny Hardaway, again, still just such an elite card. Hall of Fame one-man fast break, Hall of Fame pick and roll maestro, which is such a clutch badge for anyone that's at the point guard position. He's just all around a beast. It just doesn't make sense, again, how this card's only going for 27k. One of the taller point guards that can guard the 1 through the 3 position easily, and is just so elite. But yeah, guys, this is going to top it off with our top 10 list. I hope you guys actually agree with the list. If there's someone you think should have made this top 10 list over someone else that I did put it in here, make sure to let me know down in the comment section below and we can talk about it. But yeah, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this list. I hope this list helped you guys decide on some players that you wanted to pick up, make your lineup more budget, you still be able to complete, or not complete, but compete, sorry, and stuff like that. But yeah, guys, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like, and for you new viewers, you gotta hit that subscribe button and join the Blasian Nation. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an awesome day, and take care.